reservation decisions made by the Bombay government. And our third very big news break and our focus in this special today is going to be Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai's big allegation against the Congress, saying the Congress has orchestrated protests in the state of Karnataka. Taking you through all of those, but the first, Election Commission finally decides to declare Karnataka elections on the first week of April. It's likely that on the first week of April, Election Commission will be announcing dates to Karnataka polls. It's of course going to be a big announcement as it is a standalone election. Karnataka election will be standalone. No other election happening simultaneously in the country. All eyes will be on the BJP, of course, to see if they're going to retain their one and only southern state. Who comes to power? Of course, time will tell, but Election Commission announcing dates will mean that we'll see all political parties hectically campaigning in different parts of Karnataka. Ticket announcements have already been made by the Congress. The first list has come out. BJP is awaited to announce their list. But what we know is that things would start rolling off from the 1st of April. The first week of April, one can expect the Election Commission to announce poll dates, specifically when Karnataka will be going to the poll booth and casting their vote. To give us a little more clarity on when will the election happen, we have Sagai Raj tracking those developments. Sagai, there was a lot of talk that Election Commission would come out with a date this week, but our strong sources tell us that Election Commission is likely to announce poll dates for Karnataka the first week of April.
Absolutely, it will be probably in the first week of April. That's what we get to hear from the sources from Delhi who have clarified that probably Election Commission will announce the date the first week of April. Remember, there should be a period of 40 to 45 days where the code of conduct will be imposed in the state of Karnataka. And if you just read between the lines, definitely it should be in the first week of April.
All right, first week of April is likely that Karnataka will be going into elections. Of course, Sagai and I, the entire team here in Karnataka are super excited. People of Karnataka also want to know, will the BJP be the party going to continue in power, or will it be the Congress this time that will come back? Of course, the state itself has never seen the most stable politics. When it comes to parties, there's always been changes. It's always thrown up surprises. I'm going to cut across to the hottest debate that's right now ensuing in the state of Karnataka, and that is on reservations. Some big announcements that have been made by the Bombay government when it comes to reservations. And as much as we see a section of them happy with what Bombay has announced, we see another section that's quite upset and are out there on the streets in protest. And these are the visuals that speak for itself. Multi-city protests that have erupted even today on day 2, where we see right after Bombay government announced internal reservations to the SC community, we saw the Lambani community, which is another, in fact, they're another group of the Banjaras itself, basically a huge chunk of the SC community who've come out in huge protests in different parts of Karnataka, where they're protesting against this internal reservation, which allegedly takes away from their larger share. The Bombay government, of course, now grappling with these protests. We see that the scheduled castes, many of them not very happy with the kind of the permutations and the combinations of the internal reservations rolled out by the Bombay government. Many of them believe that they've got the shorter end of the stick. Of course, right now, the Bombay government insisting that this has been done for the benefit of all castes and communities, that all of them must be treated equally and they should be benefited with the quota system. But of course, one happy, the other isn't. It's expected. But how will the Bombay government really take this kind of turmoil coming their way? The state cabinet has now decided to split 4%. Also, on the other hand, while we see the SC community is coming out in protest, not all of them. Let me tell you, remind our viewers, it's a section of them coming out in protest. We also have the Muslims who have protested hectically for the 4% that's been scrapped off them, and they've been moved to the 10% EWS quota. This has now become a point of concern for the BJP government, as you have a lot of people opposing this move. But BJP, as we know, what they're good at is staying true to their decision. Let me take you through exactly the kind of volatility we see on the name of reservations here in Karnataka ahead of polls.
Karnataka is in turmoil after the Baswaraj Bommai government revamped the reservation system for jobs and education. Two communities, the Banjaras and Muslims, are up in arms. Banjara protesters blocked the Shivamogga-Shikaripura highway, burnt tyres and raised slogans against the Bommai government and former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa on Tuesday. A day earlier, they had attacked the former Chief Minister's home. The members of the Banjara Lambani community also staged protests in various taluks of the Bagalkote district, demanding a withdrawal of the new reservation system. While the Bommai government has raised the quota for scheduled castes from 15% to 17%, it also created sub-quotas within. In the new system, scheduled castes left will get 6% reservation, scheduled castes right 5.5%, touchables get 4.5% and others get 1%. Banjaras are placed in the touchables category and fear losing out on quota benefits. The community wants the breakup revoked. The Muslim community has also hit the streets over the reservation revamp. The Bommai government has scrapped 4% quota for Muslims. The community is now put in the economically weaker sections, which includes upper caste Hindus and other religions. The 4% quota taken from Muslims has been given to Vokkaligas and Lingayats. Quota for Vokkaligas is increased from 4% to 6%, and that for Lingayats is hiked from 5 to 7%. Chief Minister Bommai has accused the Congress of instigating the protests.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆ ಇದೆ ಇದರ ಹಿಂದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಾಯಕರು ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗದೆ ಈ ಥರ ಹಿಂಸೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆಗೆ ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮುದಾಯ ಒಳಗಾಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮುದಾಯವನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮೊದಲಿಂದನೂ BJP ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಮುಂದೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೇವೆ. ಈ ಥರ ತಪ್ಪು ದಾರಿಗೆ ಎಳೆಯುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವ್ರು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವಂಥ ಈ ಕುಕೃತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಖಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ.
The Congress claims the quota revamp is done with an eye on elections.
It is the right of every community to voice their problems. Whatever the reservation has been done, it is unscientific. It is only a political to bring differences among the various community. No peace is there.
ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆಯವರು
ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪ ತಪ್ಪು ಗ್ರಹಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೀಸಲಾತಿ ಒಳ ಮೀಸಲಾತಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಅವರು ಮೊದಲಿಂದ ಬಂಜಾರ ಜನ ಅಂತ ವಿರೋಧ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
Lingayats and Vokkaligas are numerically stronger and electorally significant communities. The Bommai government, battling anti-incumbency, has reached out to them ahead of the elections. But will it be enough? Bureau Report, India Today.
All right. Now, even as we see the BJP right now staying stern on their decision, it appears that there are now voices within the BJP itself. BJP Minister Prabhu Chauhan, who also comes from the SC community, is quite upset with the latest ruling of the government, saying that it doesn't seem like the government has done enough study to scientifically come out with a decision of internal reservations. In fact, Prabhu Chauhan insists that the Sadashiva Commission report that calls for or suggests for internal reservations of the SC community should be fully scrapped, and there should be a detailed scientific study done before announcing internal reservations within the SC community. Prabhu Chauhan has written a formal letter. He shot a formal letter to the government of Karnataka, to the Bommai government, and said that if this kind of decision is done without scientific study, and if my community is not happy, then consider me out. I'm not on board with this. So it appears that BJP's own Neta, Bommai's own minister, Prabhu Chauhan, who's also from the same community, claims that he is not very happy with the government's decision. So a lot of hurdles now for the BJP, but will they stay stern and true to their decision remains to be seen. Now, cutting across to the Muslim reservation, the 4% quota that's been scrapped by the Bommai government in Karnataka, as we see huge protests. The SDPI has come out to make some really harsh comments on the Bommai government. Let me cut across to this big news here. SDPI spokesperson has made some really crass comments when he says, Baswaraj Bommai, your chaddis will be off soon. This is almost literally the statement that he's made of the SDPI. The SDPI Neta now says that Bommai's chaddi will be removed in days to follow. Says if at all 4% Muslim quota is not rolled back, then be sure that Bommai's chaddi will be removed. All right. Now, what he said, I'm not going to take you through what exactly the SDPI has said, but I'm going to take you through exactly what the Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai has said in response to this. Listen in.
SDPI ನಾನು ಹೊಗಳಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನಾ? SDPI ಒಂದು ದೇಶದ್ರೋಹದ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ದೇಶದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ಮಾಡೋರು. ಇವನ್ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದ ಅಲ್ಪಸಂಖ್ಯಾತರ ವಿರೋಧಿಗಳೇ SDPI. ಅವರಿಂದ ನಾನೇನು ಅಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬಯಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಚಿಂತನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿರೋಧ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹಾಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸರಿ.
All right, now cutting across to as much as we've heard Basuraj Bommai speaking on the SDPI, Bommai now making some sharp allegations on the Congress. As BJP has to face these kind of protests on reservation, Bommai directs the blame on the Congress party, saying that it's the Congress to be blamed because they're the ones orchestrating protests in the state of Karnataka. Basuraj Bommai pointing fingers at Congress leaders, saying that it's the Congress netas, basically Congress workers are holding protests all over, acting as if they're from the community and instigating the community with false, misrepresented facts. Cutting across to Bommai yet again, Chief Minister of Karnataka, who blames and points fingers straight at the Congress, saying it's the Congress to blame for commotion on reservation in the state.
ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆ ಇದೆ ಇದರ ಹಿಂದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಯ ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಾಯಕರು ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆ ಇದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗದೆ ಈ ಥರ ಹಿಂಸೆಗೆ ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಚೋದನೆಗೆ ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮುದಾಯ ಒಳಗಾಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮುದಾಯವನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮೊದಲಿಂದನೂ BJP ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಮುಂದೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೇವೆ. ಈ ಥರ ತಪ್ಪು ದಾರಿಗೆ ಎಳೆಯುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡಬಾರ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವ್ರು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವಂಥ ಈ ಕುಕೃತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಖಂಡನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ.
What was in practice in Karnataka was this very practice of extending reservation to the Muslim community without any scientific understanding, without any study that was made to understand the backwardness, educational, economic, social, otherwise, but solely on the basis of the religion, this reservation was extended. Please specify which are the 13%, 14%, 4% or 13% deduction you will do in the 27% OBC basket. Which are the Hindu OBC communities that you will let go of in lieu of giving or extending this reservation only on the basis of religion to the Muslim community?
All right, now I'm cutting across to BJP's Neta, MLA Madal Virupakshapa, who was embroiled in allegations of corruption, has been arrested by the Lokayukta. He's now been sent to 5-day Lokayukta custody. This comes, of course, as an embarrassment to the BJP right ahead of elections in the state of Karnataka. But let me remind our viewers here, BJP has wholeheartedly welcomed the move. Even though Madal Virupakshapa is known to be a senior leader within the BJP, BJP has not dismissed Madal Virupakshapa as yet. He's not been ousted from the party, but they've welcomed investigation into charges of corruption on him. So the Lokayukta has now arrested Madal Virupakshapa. DK Shivkumar, on the other hand, has hailed the move, hailed the arrest basically, saying that it's a reminder on how the saffron party is corrupt, etc. I'm going to cut across to exactly what the Congress has said. Basically, the opposition has said on BJP's own senior MLA being caught red-handed in corruption. Listen in.
Sir, Madal Virupakshapa has been arrested, sir, yesterday. How do you see this, sir?
Well, the law of the land has to take its call. I think the judge very diplomatically, I think he has summoned him first. Instead of rejecting the bail, then he going to the High Court, then he going to the Supreme Court. Very diplomatically, he has summoned before the court and asked him to give all his questions and answer. Now I think he is eligible to be arrested. He has been arrested.
Virupakshapa Madal has been arrested yesterday. How do you see this development?
Yeah, of course he has to be arrested. His son was caught with crores and crores of rupees cash in Virupakshap's office and his residence, right? And trapped by the Lokayukta. 1. 2. BJP as a government tried to safeguard him, and somehow he has tried to manage the bail which he had got, which was so very unfair, right? There are so many people in the queue, they don't get bail. Virpakshapa overnight got a bail. So the whole government never regretted it, never, for a day suspended him. And the action of the government shows that Virpakshapa, whatever was he doing, had the blessings of the government. So we can understand how corrupt this government is. This government is 40% goosecore government, corrupt government. This has to be thrown out.
All right, let me cut across to India Today's biggest exclusive as we have H.D. Kumaraswamy, who is known as the kingmaker in Karnataka. Basically the man, whenever there's a fractured mandate, pops up to almost decide who's going to form the government. Here's the big news. As he speaks exclusively to my colleague Nagarjun Dwarkanath in an India Today exclusive conversation, Kumaraswamy says in our exclusive that he's been approached both by the BJP and the Congress for an alliance. This is a big statement to make because we know that surveys in Karnataka at this point suggests and directs towards a fractured mandate. Latest survey says no party will get a majority. So will JDS again play the kingmaker? He speaks to Nagarjun and says exactly this. BJP and the Congress have approached me. Listen in.
Will Kumaraswamy this time go with BJP or Congress? How do you see the election?
We will going to form the government on our own by the blessing of this state citizens.
Do you have pressure from the centre saying come with us? Have they already spoken to you?
Offer is there.
You have already offered?
Offer is there.
Okay.
Everybody offering me.
Even Congress is offering?
Everybody is offering me. They know.
Okay.
Their strength, what is their strength internally they know.
Okay.
But publicly they are telling we will get 140, 150. That is their announcement.
But internally
internally I know their strength.
Okay.
What is some important persons who are approaching
okay.
to thinking that this time also fracture will be there. But according to me, whatever I worked very hard work for 18 hours a day, how the people's response, I have full confidence that our government will be formed by the blessings of this Karnataka voters independently.
So I'm stressing on this point because even before the election, you are saying both the national parties have given you an offer already on the open platter saying, Mr. Kumaraswamy, please support us.
Because of their minus point, they know the real strength. I know my strength now. From last 3 elections, where we lapsed our working style, because why we failed, all those things, we worked it out. How to solve those problems, how to set it. On that basis, I am telling you, in this election, because of 2 national parties' attitude, people want a regional party. This time they were going to choose Janata Dal to form the government on their own. This is my impression wherever I am going throughout the state.
All right, he said that to India Today, and of course we did not stop there. Our election machinery here in Karnataka have reached out to the stakeholders here, the BJP as well as the Congress. Both parties says it's not true. They've not approached JDS for a pre-poll alliance. Let me cut across to C.T. Ravi of the BJP, D.K. Shivkumar of the Congress as well as Siddaramaiah.
ಕಳೆದ ಬಾರಿ ಆ ಥರದ್ದು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಸಲ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಸಿ.ಪಿ. ಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರ್ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ನಾವು ಸಿ.ಪಿ. ಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರ್ ಅವ್ರನ್ನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರಿಬ್ಬರು ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಬರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಚಿಕ್ಕಮಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹರೀಶ್ ಅವರು BH ಹರೀಶ್ ಅವರು ನನ್ನ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಅವ್ರು ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಬರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು 37,000 ವೋಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ 37,000 ವೋಟ್ ಅವರೇ ಜನ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾಗಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮೊದಲ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ವಿರೋಧಿ JDS ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬೇಕು?
Sir, Kumaraswamy says that they have open offer from both BJP and Congress, sir. Exclusively spoke to India Today and said that people are approaching him to join hands with him to form the government because they won't get the majority number.
It is all false. We have not approached anyone. We are confident. We will form the government on our own. We will win on our own. We don't need any of whatever he's telling. I don't know who has let it come out with the names, sir. who has come out. It is totally false.
Sir, Kumaraswamy says that he received offers from
Sir, screening committee.
All right, I have Sagai joining me on that. Sagai, is this HD Kumaraswamy, statement here wanting to feel important? Do you think he's made it because he wants to project himself as an important player within the state dynamics, or is it true that there could be a very secretive meeting between the BJP JDS, like the last time they did come into an alliance, or this time maybe the BJP and the JDS? Beg your pardon, Congress JDS, BJP JDS. Do you think there was a secret meeting that we don't know of?
Everything which you have told, every single point or possibilities in the state of Karnataka, and you can never discount or rule out JDS and Kumaraswamy away from Karnataka politics. And we have seen the history that Kumaraswamy has been a backbone of many of these parties, irrespective of parties, Congress or BJP. Whenever there is a fractured mandate, he has gone with them. We have seen when Kumaraswamy was made chief minister and B.S. Yediyurappa was the deputy chief minister. We have seen Kumaraswamy made as a chief minister recently, and we have also seen Siddaramaiah was the deputy chief minister when Dharam Singh was the chief minister. So JDS has always been a kingmaker in the state of Karnataka.
I'll have to pause you right there. We have some big news coming in.
Said.
Stay with us, Sagai. I'm cutting across to this big news here. Prime Minister Narendra Modi all set to inaugurate BJP's new residential complex in Delhi shortly from now. This is the big update here. Prime Minister Modi all set to inaugurate BJP's new residential complex auditorium in Delhi shortly. The party's General Secretary, minister-level leaders will all be using the new residential complex now on. That's constructed right in front of the BJP headquarters on Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg. Reportedly, the complex here will also be used for big party meetings and for senior campaign leaders of the party. Big update as the Prime Minister now all set to inaugurate BJP's new residential complex at Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg, and we're expected to see the party's General Secretary, minister-level leaders all using this residential complex constructed right in front of the BJP headquarters in the same locality. Now, reportedly, the complex will also be used for party meetings and for senior campaign leaders of the party. All right. On that note, it's a wrap from me here in Bengaluru. I'm going to bring you all the latest updates, the most accurate angles coming in from the state of Karnataka as the election season heats up. Do watch out. Monday to Friday, 6:30 p.m. with me, Nabila Jamal, State of War, Karnataka. Thank you.
Arnab, after Jio's telecom price wars, what's the Reliance game plan in the FMCG space?
Given the kind of action that is happening in the market, because Reliance has already invested over $1.1 billion in acquisition of brands and partnerships as per a recent report, and it is expected by Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan that it is going to invest another $4 billion in over the next 3 to 5 years, which is equivalent to 33,000 crore in today's currency terms. So that is a significant investment that they are making, and market competitors in the market like other leading players, FMCG players are obviously taking note. Like for example, very recently, Mr. Varun Beri has said that he is closely watching the development that Reliance and the new products that are coming up from the behemoth. And secondly, if you look at the Reliance's game plan, they have not only purchased new brands or launched new products, but they have also hired some of the key industry veterans. Like for example, they have hired Mr. K. Krishna Kumar to head their